What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry. I'm a crypto vet. Thank you for tuning in. Lots of different things happening in the market right now, so we're going to try and figure out, is this the time to long, is this the time to short, and where should we go from here. So if you like that, if you like the content, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Really appreciate everybody's support. Slowly getting everything set up a lot nicer. We had some issues with internet, and all it took was me tweeting out to Spectrum to eat a bag of dicks, and man, did they get back to me fast. So we're getting back on. So if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian. Links for the Twitch, Discord, and all the other goodies are down below. But if we go ahead and get started, we can head over to CoinMarketCap. We can see that our total market cap is going up. We're at 1.6 trillion, and we'll be sure to look at that more specifically on TradingView, but we have something else crazy going on. We have Ethereum pumping very nicely, but we also have ETH gas fees at absolute crazy. This is 5 times higher than when I'm even comfortable using it. The congestion on the network is absolutely crazy due to the London hard fork, which at this time is either done or very close to being done as far as moving everything over. So we could be seeing large moves in Ethereum, but we'll go into that as we go. Looking down, the only things that are negative right now seem to be the stable coins and a few other projects. Things like Synthetics, Theta, BTT, Aave, they're all doing well. Axie Infinity and a couple other ones are just going through a small correction after having very large pumps previously. But let's go ahead and start over here. If we look at the total market cap for cryptocurrencies, we saw that about a week ago, we were trying to project where we're going to go because we broke out of this descending pennant here. We have a lower highs being projected as we go down, as well as lower lows. So this here can be seen as a bullish pattern because this constriction is showing that it is going to actually blow to the upside, even though we came into it in a descending fashion. So when we did break out of it, we knew that we were going to have some issues on this 20 weekly exponential moving average. And then we also have the 200 simple day moving average. I have to remember because all the colors have been changed on me. So we kind of just drew a line on what we thought was going to happen. And we expected to bounce in between here. And we did. And now we are coming up to the first area of issue. And this issue is at about 1.66 trillion, which you can see we are at right now at the 1.67. This is average a little bit different, but we're getting close to where if we can break through here, it could be smooth sailing and absolutely take off. And just a measured move. We're just going to do this real quick and fast, get us in this area. We're looking at 2 trillion, which is a big even. It's just crazy how all of these things line up, but just by looking at the market cap, we can see that it's very likely that if we continue to the upside, we could see a $2 trillion market cap for crypto very soon. So what does that mean now? Well, for Bitcoin, we're finally getting above the volume point of control for our range, and this range was from back here at 42,000 all the way down to as low as we got, which was 28.5-ish, whatever chart you're looking at. But we are finally getting to where there's almost no volume above us until we get up to around 47 and up to the 50K area. So this is very good for Bitcoin. It's showing that the bulls have more control. We potentially having a big golden cross here of many moving averages. And it's just looking very good for Bitcoin. We could have some bad news and, high sell volume, and we actually come back down to, 36,000, which was, very possible and still doesn't remove any bullish momentum. It's just a normal correction to flip some of these previous resistances as support. We came down like we were going to retest the 36,000, but we got support on the 20 daily. So I have all these moving averages up just to kind of give you an idea of, big picture what is happening. If I remove my if I put my drawings back on, we have what I thought Bitcoin was going to do way back in the day, but instead we formed this big bearish pattern that led into this accumulation, which again just kind of solidifies my idea that this Wyckoff accumulation is occurring. If we look back at things like XRP, if I move this to, this is Bitstamp, let's go to the daily, the pattern that we see right now, right here, has already occurred in a much smaller version right here. And what happens after we go sideways after confirming a secondary test or a spring, however, is it constricts, gets above its moving averages, and it explodes. So looking back here on Bitcoin, what are we doing? We're following that exact sell-off pattern that we saw once here with the SEC lawsuit, and then again in sync with Bitcoin as it dropped. So it's just very likely that Bitcoin is going to try really hard in this area, could get rejected and come back down as low as 36K. Even if it comes all the way back down to 33K, it could still be part of the next consolidation. However, for this Wyckoff pattern that we're looking at, 36K is about as low as we would think it would go due to the other support resistances that we see with Bitcoin. So as of right now, this is looking very bullish for Bitcoin. In the next 4 hours, we will have a daily close that is above all of these moving averages after breaking through it once, falling through, confirming it, and then going back up. So this is just more like a stair-step occurrence. If you wanted to do Elliott waves after a correction, we have the A, B, C, and now we're restarting. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just keep going up. Eventually, like I said, we could hit our target, which is about 52, 53,000. But let's just wait and see as it goes. If we zoom in here, I have it on the 4 hour, which in 4 minutes and 35 seconds will close. If we look back at this one here, these lines coming across right here, I keep smashing that button, is represented by this dashed line right here at this 38 to 39,000, and then we have the 41 to 42 one up here. What we can see is we have a moving average, moving average, moving average, support, resistance, all that volume. So we are in a clusterfuck of people not knowing which way they want to go. A lot of people are using this as a resistance or this as a support, and we're going to get this large amount of volatility come here very, very soon as we constrict on this pattern, especially when we have very, very bullish momentum coming here on the daily. I mean, this is a wick down to 37, and if we close upwards of 41 to 41.3, we would have a huge hammer candle on the daily showing that people are really wanting to buy this, buy Bitcoin up. Looking at Ethereum, we have a very similar pattern, right? However, Ethereum is above its moving averages. Just on this fib line, we can see that we finally got above the 382, which was a lot of resistance here. So it's very logical that we would at least pump up to around 3K, which is the price target we were looking at. That's also the 0.5 fib. It's a big even. It's just all of these things to kind of mentally get people to sell there. However, the last time we hit that, and the first time we ever hit that, we blew right through it and came all the way up to 35. So the traded volume in this area is absolute nil to none. So we could easily go right past all of this. And you see right here, this 27.94. If we were to break through it, what volume is there that we've traded at? This was a total of, like 10 days that it's traded up here. But it's traded down here a lot now. So if we stay above this, it could be off to the races, and we have Ethereum carry us into a little alt season, which if we head over to Bitcoin dominance, we can see that we initially broke out of our symmetrical triangle here. Looked like we were going to head to the upside. We got rejected on the 20 weekly exponential moving average, and almost a bull trap came down below, and now Bitcoin dominance is below resistance, all because of Ethereum. So now, right now, if Bitcoin wants to have a pump up and Ethereum stayed where it's at, we would see this dominance come up to hit this, but then those profits in Bitcoin could then be moved to ETH, and then we start to see this drop again. And ETH leading the market as the biggest altcoin at this time, we could see a mini alt season occur as Bitcoin is going up in price at the same time, which is why we brought up this chart and why we've been paying so much attention to Ethereum. And if we look at Ethereum, here in the short term, I've always said that Ethereum loves these ascending triangles, and my thoughts on this is because there's a lot of bots that trade Ethereum for miners, and their goal is, if it hits a certain price, sell, 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 sell. Well, then the bot automatically just lifts up the buy orders that are on the bottom, so you'll always have this like flat line of resistance and ascending support for Ethereum. So that's just my thought process looking at Glassnode and stuff. So you can see here in the real short term that Ethereum is forming another ascending triangle on the 1 minute. We're about to have the 4 hourly close here, and it's going to close very bullish for Ethereum, being as high as it is. We're closing above that 286, whichever one it was, 382. I can't remember. 382, 236. I got the numbers mixed up. So we're closing very bullish above all of this. So like I said, we could see huge momentum coming very, very, very quick. Price targets, like I said, we should be seeing 3,000 to 3,500 ETH very, very soon, just because of how the new proposals coming in. And, after that, we may have a sell-off. I'm kind of torn on whether or not there's actually going to be a sell-off. I've been initially saying this is a buy the rumor, sell the news, but when we have those type of implementations, it's because it's a purely speculative asset. Well, now Ethereum is not just purely speculative, it actually can do something. And we're making it deflationary, so there's going to be less available over time. So, it's one of those things that, yeah, it could be an initial sell-off, but then it could be the sell-off launch pad. And, determining which one is which is hard. So, I would just say don't sell your ETH just because it hit a price target if you're a long-term holder. Again, I'm just a doctor/idiot, not financial advice. But if you are just trying to make some trades, look for that 3,000, look for that 33 to 3,500 as take profits. Really look at those fib lines to kind of see where the next best is. And for XRP, same thing. I think it's going to go sideways. If ETH actually takes off and so does Bitcoin, we might get a huge explosion between 77 up to about 89, only because we'll be flipping some of those averages. But we'll have to wait and see. So that's going to do it for today. I will be streaming on Twitch. I recorded this live while I was on Twitch, so I went over everything beforehand with anybody who was asking questions. So if that's something that interests you, please come check me out on Twitch, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.